Every case of abuse stems from an abuse of power. Once child abuse begins, it typically continues until someone intervenes.
The protection and care of children as image bearers is the responsibility of each person.
Our desire is to create a culture of safety for our children, youth, and all of our workers.
How we treat kids, the vulnerable, is a reflection of our walk with God.
I am passionate about protecting children because the way we treat our children reflects the way the Lord would treat them. Also, Jesus says that whatever we are doing to our children, we are also doing to Him. My name is Karen Sjogren. After serving for 23 years in Costa Rica, where we raised 4 children and a foster son, my husband Gary and I are now located in southeastern Pennsylvania. Violence and neglect against children are usually either hidden or culturally accepted, and their very nature contribute to statistics that are usually much lower than the actual reality. For example, only 1% of adolescent girls forced to have sex reach out for professional help. Also, the prevalence of different types of abuse varies around the world. For example, nearly half of all adolescent homicides occur in Latin America and the Caribbean, even though the area includes only 10% of the world population of adolescents. But many things are comparable worldwide. Every case of abuse stems from an abuse of power, using some type of power or manipulation to take advantage of the weakness of someone else. The abuser is almost always someone the child and or the child's family know, and often they are a family member. 64% of abused children experience more than one type of abuse. Once child abuse begins, it typically continues until someone intervenes to protect the child. Neglect is the most common form of child abuse, and most experts think that neglect is significantly more damaging than active physical abuse. Emotional or psychological or verbal abuse is common. 67% of children ages 2 to 4 have experienced psychological aggression in the last month. Children themselves are often the abusers. A Mission Agency survey from 2011 found that of 34 offenders of child abuse, 70% were other minors. 40% of child sexual abuse is perpetrated by older or stronger children. Sexual abuse of children is much more common than we think. The CDC estimates that 1 in 4 girls are sexually abused before their 18th birthday. Boys experience sexual abuse too, and by some estimates, as frequently as girls. Sexual abuse of children begins much earlier than we expect. Of children who are sexually abused, 40% of them are abused before their 7th birthday. Unwanted sexual touch is the most commonly reported form of child sexual abuse.